Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of the LEGO Indiana Jones set 77012 Fighter Plane Chase. A quick side note, this video contains both objective and subjective information about this set, with at the end of the video my own final thoughts. Let's get into it. First off, let's take a quick look at the box here. I noticed they're going for a rather nostalgic style with the box art, having a very similar design as the old ones, yet spiced up a bit with a bit of a more modern and LEGO fight image of Indy in the corner there. Overall, it's pretty action-packed, looks very good to me, with on the back side a different angle of the models and some details and features that are included down below. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Included are 3 numbered bags, the instruction manual and a sticker sheet consistent of 10 different stickers. I can't wait to put this together, so let's go and see what this set is all about. First off, let's begin with some objective information. Set number 77012, the Fighter Plane Chase, includes 387 pieces and is aimed at ages 8 and up. It retails for $34.99 US and other currencies are shown on screen, giving you a value of about 9 cents per brick. Compared to the average set, this is about the usual. A technically more fair way to determine the value is of course the weight of the actual LEGO set. That is shown on screen right now. It includes 3 minifigures, all of which are new and thus far exclusive to this set. And the color palette used in this set is shown on screen. You get a few spare parts, including an extra gun and whip for Indy. Those are always nice to have, I feel like. The instruction manual consists of 130 pages. Bag number 1 builds the car and accessories, and bags 2 and 3 build the fighter plane. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the minifigures. Starting, of course, with our boy Indy. At first glance, I think this is a fantastic looking figure. Especially compared to the older versions, you can tell how far they've come over the years. The most notable thing is the new hat piece with hair coming from underneath. This is a lovely upgrade in my opinion, as the old one just kinda made him look bald, I suppose. His torso print is nice and detailed. He's also got leg printing with a little holster and of course back printing. Nice and simple, yet does exactly what it needs to do. As expected, he's got 2 different faces as well, one looking all badass and the other one a tad confused, I guess is the best way to describe it. Finally, his whip piece, that's rubbery, so it flexes a lot. This is of course great for playability, and say you end up being a bit too harsh with it, you've already seen there's a spare one included, so no worries there. As far as accuracy goes, I feel like this hits the mark just right compared to what we see during the scene this is based on. Next, we've got Professor Henry Jones Sr., a bit of a more simple figure as he has no leg printing and no second face. However, still in my opinion a decent looking figure. In his hand he has a diary, that being a simple printed tile. Like I said, this one is quite simple. You can see on his back the print is very plain as well. But it's not too big of an issue for me personally. In the movie, his outfit is plain and simple, so it makes sense for them to go this route. One little detail I do want to point out though is the thickness of the lines on his printing. If you compare it to the Indy one, you can tell there's quite a big difference there. I would have liked to see this being consistent, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make the figures any less good looking, so it's really just a minor nitpick. Onto the last minifigure, that being the fighter pilot. Rather simple as well, to be honest, but I'll say it again, it does the job. No second face for him either, but we do have some nice torso printing there, also on the back. And really, not much else to say, I feel like. He kind of speaks for himself. And it is the least interesting figure of this set, so there you have it. The first little build in this set is this little road sign saying Berlin with a caution sign saying there's a tunnel ahead. This is of course a nudge to the tunnel scene that this set is based on, and I think this was a genius way to include the tunnel without actually including the tunnel. It's fantastic to me. These are both stickers, by the way, not printed pieces. The car, I gotta say, once I finished building this, I was surprised by its size. I had imagined it being a bit smaller based on what I saw on the box, so that's a pleasant surprise. The building experience for this model, I can tell you, is quite fun. There's a ton of really interesting techniques involved and stuff just fits together really well. It is also sturdy as hell. I'm pretty sure you could throw this across the room and maybe just a windshield piece may have fallen off. Don't though. Don't throw it across the room. The stertometer is pretty much maxed out, that is for sure. Design-wise, it properly resembles the source material. Obviously, it's Lego, so they'll always be limited by fixed widths on a small scale like this, but I bet you and I can agree that this just looks right. I particularly like the front and end. The front has these really cool looking headlights with a grille in between, and the back has this nice angle to it, which was done in quite a unique way, again, adding to the building experience. The side doors are stickers and they don't open, but honestly, who cares? I mean, pretty sure nobody expected them to actually open. An interesting thing I haven't personally seen before is the tires. They don't fully cover the wheels underneath, which in a way gives them some extra depth, I guess. It's just something I thought I'd point out. As for play features, the chest in the back is easily taken out, and inside you'll find the professor's umbrella that's featured later during the scene. It's based on and Indy's revolver. Right in front you'll find a briefcase which is not attached in any way, so if you flip this upside down it will go flying. And there was an extra diary piece included, so I decided to put that inside the briefcase as storage, I guess. Overall, I simply think this car looks lovely. Moving on to the fighter plane itself. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there is a big contrast between building the car and the plane, apart from the wings I'm gonna talk about later. It is really the most straightforward building process you could expect. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I definitely enjoyed building the car more. That said, the plane looks quite good nonetheless. The entire front area is fantastic to me, the engine and the propeller most of all. I love the usage of these pedal pieces, it simply works really well. Moving to the wings, these are angled up, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me. It's just that bit of accuracy we needed. And the back of the plane is very simple, honestly. It's just brick on brick techniques. It doesn't really look bad to me though. There's also a number of camouflage stickers on this plane which add some detail and color. The cockpit is where I personally have an issue. Though I love the use of this piece and the shape of it, I really wish this was a printed piece instead. I don't have a problem with the occasional stickers at all, but when it comes to transparent pieces, it always looks kinda messy to me. Basically, you get this bubbly texture to it and it really doesn't look that clear. That is something I wish they had done differently, but the piece itself I think looks great for the cockpit. Inside there you'll find a little control panel with a few meters and a joystick for the pilot to fly the plane. This model looks like the original it's based on. I'd say the original is a bit slimmer and more rounded, but this is Lego and obviously you can't make everything work on this small scale, so the best way to describe it, I guess, is cartoony. It looks a bit more cartoony. They did capture the essence decently though, so no complaints there. Now this plane is very sturdy, the same as the car. Because of the way it's built, there's really no parts that can easily fall off. You could totally just handle this quite rough, so for kids, that's a good thing for sure. Again, very high on the stertometer, gotta love that. Coming back to those wings, of course, during the scene, this plane flies straight into a tunnel, resulting in its wings yeeting right off. This feature, believe it or not, is actually included because you can easily snap these off like so. They are connected with joints, and underneath you can see some fire elements from the plane crashing. Other features are the stud shooters on each wing and the propeller spins. You do have to do this by hand, of course, there's no mechanism to support this. Now, some little extra appreciation to Lego, for they rarely ever make war-related vehicles. For good reason, they want to stay away from these kinds of topics, but of course, if you're gonna make sets based on these movies, you'll likely end up covering something that features these kinds of vehicles. It's just very cool, I guess, to see Lego stay true to the source material, so big ups for that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Indiana Jones fighter plane chase set. You can probably tell I'm a pretty big fan of this set. It offers quite a lot for both kids and adults, I feel like, and there's definitely some displayability there as well. And I don't need to explain why this set is great for kids, I think. The nostalgia, I feel like, is a pretty big draw for this set as well. The last time Lego released an Indiana Jones set was in 2009. I myself was a bit young, I think. I got into Lego a few years after that, I believe. But even I still feel a little bit of that nostalgia. And I mean, I've played the video game, so you know. This set is also kind of a remake of the fighter plane attack set from back in the day. That scene takes place minutes before this one, and you can definitely see how things have improved over time. That is awesome to see.
Pros and cons.
Starting with the pros, obviously the design of both models included is very good in both aesthetic and build quality. They are super sturdy. They offer, in my opinion, both playability and displayability, and to me it comes at the right price. It's decently affordable. As for the cons, the cockpit windshield is just a thing for me. I don't really love the way those look with the stickers at all, and I really think they should have gone for a printed version of this. I recognize, however, that this isn't always an option. Stuff is complicated in these businesses, but this is just my personal opinion about what I think could have made this set perfect. And really, that is the only downside to me this set has. To me, this set is a literal no-brainer. If you like Indiana Jones and you like Lego, you have no reason not to buy this set, honestly. If you liked this review, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. I am pretty new to this still, so if I missed any important details, let me know down below in the comments as well. I am open for constructive criticism. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and then I hope I'll see you in my next video.